Happy new month, happy oh, happy new month, happy oh. This month you got it running on ma. Happy oh, happy new month, happy oh. Month you got it running on ma. Happy oh, happy new month, happy oh. And this out to happy new month, happy oh, happy new month, happy oh. Lucky Sparko, happy new month. Don't go to Brazil. Lucky way to Guadalajara. Lucky Sparko, happy new month. Happy new month, happy oh, happy new month, happy oh. This month you got it running on ma. Happy oh, happy new month, happy oh. Month you got it running on ma. Happy oh, happy new month, happy oh. And this out to happy new month, happy oh, happy new month, happy oh. Lucky Sparko, happy new month. Don't go to Brazil. Lucky way to Guadalajara. Lucky Sparko, happy new month.
Happy new month, everyone. Happy new month, everyone. Welcome once more, and I welcome you to the month of April 2022, the month of my birth. Many of you do not know. Now you know that I do share something with the month of April. That is the month of my birth, to be precise, on the 24th. So, do not say I didn't tell you that my birthday is coming up on the 24th of April. Now you know. There is no reason to say you didn't know. And I say once more, thank you once more for joining me. I am still Mazes, okay? And you are onto Njenje Media TV, where you get your facts, not twisted. Sometimes many of you do not like it. Many of you say we have to be vivacious, we need to be insulting, we need to be shouting, we need to be, I say, Ghana free, oh, happy new month. You don't need to be shouting, you don't need to insult others, you don't need to incite violence for you to make a point. You can still make your point without doing all those things. But again, I say once more, happy new month to all of you. Ata Somelia, Papo Binonye Dolt. Ogoeri Mejuru, Henry Obia Julu, all of you, thank you very much for joining me. Thank you all for joining me, and may I know where you are watching me from. This is Njenje Media TV. Like I said before, I am still the unchangeable changer, the person who doesn't change. I got the Cuenca. It's me, oh, it's me. So today we're going to talk about something. We're going to talk about something serious. Something serious. So happy new month, everyone. Let's start. Let's quickly start. You know, for a while I started thinking and I started asking myself, could we have saved ourselves from this mess if perchance Buhari did not become the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Thank you, unchangeable changer, my brother. The tormentor of bad governance, you know. They flog them all. Imo State and Abia State, expect me very soon. I'm coming. I've been busy with 3 states in the southeast, but Imo State and Abia State, my Koboko is sharpened. My Koboko is coming to the state. Somebody said, since Nigeria can only give us bad market, we should send the Abia State government, Abia State governor, to become the president of Nigeria, to equate the equilibrium. You know what I mean? You get it? You get it? If you don't get it, go and ask Odumeje, because I cannot help you. You get it now?
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
So if you don't get it, forget about it. No matter how you do. Okay? Happy new month.
Happy new month. Happy oh.
Let me dance like
happy
a
new month. Happy oh. This month you got it running on ma. Happy oh. Happy new month. Happy oh. Month you got it running on ma. Happy oh. Happy new month. Happy oh. And this out to happy new month. Happy oh. Happy new month. Happy oh. Lucky Sparko, happy new month. Don't go to Brazil. Lucky way to Guadalajara. Lucky Sparko, happy new month.
buy that shot. Anyway, happy new month, everyone, again. Could we have saved ourselves from the calamity bewildering Nigeria today if people had listened to Elder Olubebe, I think, whom, when Jega was announcing the result in 2015, stood up to say, no, there was rigging and there was malpractice, that this election has been rigged. Have you forgotten? If we had risen up then to support him, maybe could we still be in this mess now? Anyway, before I get to that point, I want, I know this government, I'm not in the business of people liking me, okay? As long as I speak the truth with facts, so that even if you take me to court, there is nothing you can find. There is nothing in the orifice. Bear that in mind. Part of what we talked about before is sadly that our brother Adeyinka grandson was sentenced to 4.5 years in prison in the United Kingdom for incendiary comments that he made regarding the Fulanese and Ndibo. Eventually, when the British security agents put what he said, in some sort of scale, they were able to convince the judge that this was not only a hate speech, but something that was promoting, harmful message to certain selected people. Now, I know you might be watching me now. This is a very sensitive discussion to start with. I know you might be watching me now thinking, okay, you are a Yoruba watching me think, oh, are you celebrating that he's put in jail or this, that? No, far from it, people. Not that I am. But there is one thing that always happens, and it happens with also my own brothers within the Southeast. Many of you know them. When people call for caution, or when people say, you mustn't say certain things in the manner you are saying them, it doesn't make you an idiot. It doesn't make you a coward. I can still tell you an idiot without calling you an idiot. I can still tell you a coward without calling you a coward. But the manner of presentation, the manner of, the choice of words matters a lot. And in this case, sadly, by the virtue of, the things he said, he was convicted. And now this conviction is for 4 years.
Government.
Now, 4 years, he will stay in prison. 4.5 years, he will stay in prison. And I pray that, whenever he is released, that maybe he has time to reflect. Because listen, people, no matter what you think about, I know many of us are not, including myself, are not happy with the way Nigeria works, the way Nigeria is structured. But you cannot, by insulting and asking people to kill your fellow victim, acting worse than those you criticize every day, you cannot by that be better or get what you want. But that's on a different level. We'll probably talk more about that. And I want to hear your voice. Evanus, CEO, almost like Mommy Gio. Papa Obinoyedot is watching from Cornwall. Thank you very much. Unchangeable changer. Now, before I bring in Elder Olubebe, you see, my eye is like somebody who's smoky, right? I am under the weather. I am not, it's feeling fine, but, the show must go on. But before I bring in Elder Olubebe to this, let us once more listen to President Muhammadu Buhari. The things he said when he was contesting an election, when he was contesting, this is 2014, 2015, when he was contesting election, President Muhammadu Buhari, now the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, had the following to say.
But to this clueless government, this toll is just a number.
Working with us since yesterday evening.
That has gone before it. And worst of all, this PDP government has split the country along all known fault lines. It is time to send them into deserved retirement, which, in normal course of events, it will be done nothing, it will have done nothing to reverse the situation. On our part, we have solemnly promised this nation that we are going to secure it against.
You see, on our part, we have solemnly promised this nation, promised Nigerians, promised you and I, promised the people of Kaduna, promised the people of Imo State, and promised the people of Ebonyi, promised the people of Osun, Ogun, Taraba, Adamawa, and promised the people of Nasarawa that he was going to do what? He was going to secure their lives. And under Goodluck Jonathan, the same man was the same person that told us that the principal duties of a government is the protection of life and properties. Then I ask myself, what is freaking going on? If the principal duty of government is the protection of lives and property, Mr. President, what is damn thing are you doing?
The government has failed to do its principal duty of protecting life or property of all beings inside its territory in Nigeria.
Exactly. Of all beings inside the territory. Are the people traveling from Abuja to Kaduna, are they not beings inside this territory? Are those being killed every day in Nasarawa, are they not beings inside the territory? Are those people who are killed in Imo State and those people that army go and burn their houses, are they not beings inside the territory? My state of Anambra, we have seen another level of madness. Yesterday, a police station in Nnewi local government, Nnewi South local government was touched. This morning, Amici police station was touched. Mr. President, it is time that either you move away from that freaking office or you stand up and do the needful. You are watching me now. Maybe you are not aware that President Muhammadu Buhari is going to retire in Kaduna. Sometimes I think, what is wrong with the man? He's not going to go back to Katsina. If he goes back to Katsina, these children will make a pepper soup out of him because he no longer has that wide array of military to cover him. He has a house in Kaduna. He's going to retire in Kaduna. Kaduna is in turmoil. People can no longer travel by air. People can no longer travel by land because Abuja-Kaduna expressway is, taken over by bandits. People can't travel by train. The train are now being blown up. Air APs have stopped going. Why? You then ask yourself, what is the only means of transportation? My people from Edo, from Bini people, now only your means remain. Because now the one way if they go inside room, you do them as they do them. All man must land. The one they call Edo airline. He flies, but the only problem is that they only fly at night. They don't have day flight. If they had day flight, that I can see my landing pad Korokoro, how for they use that one they go, but I don't want the one where you say if I use on my landing. The high tension, I go land. That is the only means of transportation that is now available. I hope you get it. You understand what I mean? Yeah. But think about it. Think about it. And I say, President Muhammadu Buhari, if you're watching, on a serious note, think about it. You're going to retire. When you retire, you go back to Kaduna. Is this what you want to leave behind to retire? Bear in mind, when you retire, you no longer have that level of security. save this video. If you do nothing now, these children will come and pick you up, or you better start now to prevent it. Anyway, what am I even saying? You've been there for 7 freaking years. I see nothing. But listen, I said it the other day. If people never give you the opportunity to become president, for they hear nonsense. If we ever made mistake of electing that man, President Muhammadu Buhari, by now Nigeria for be Singapore. Now so we for the talk. But now the breeze has blown, and the orifice of the mother hen is in the oven. The breeze has blown. The anus, as Museveni calls it, President Museveni says, the anus of the chicken is in the open. Look at the speech he made in 2000 before the election. Listen to him. It's not me. Let me make it even bigger. It's not me. I'm not the one. He is the one saying he was going to do X, Y, Z. Has he done this? Nigerians watching me, please tell me, has he done this? What?
Nothing. It will have done nothing to reverse the situation. On our part, we have solemnly promised this nation that we are going to secure it against all threats, manage its resources efficiently and with demonstrable transparency, and then fix whatever is amiss in it. Under an APC government, no one will go to bed hungry. And
did you hear that? Under APC government, no one will go to bed hungry. I don't need to ask you if you're going to bed hungry. We see them every single day. Every single day. Every single one of us has become nothing but a mommy bank, a new bank. Somebody will wake up, uncle, they send you the message, uncle, mama is here, this, that. We don't have anything to eat. People are now begging. Bag of rice, you know it. Bag of beans, you know it. But you told us that no person will go to bed hungry. Now everybody, poverty capital of the world. Do you know what it means? 70 freaking million people are in poverty. You know what it means? You know what 70 million? More than the population of United Kingdom. Almost the population of Germany. More than the population of Spain. Almost the population of Poland. You know what it means? People just think about it. It's more than population of Ghana. You know Ghana, more than population of Ghana, Togo, which other those ones that we can harness. All of them join together. Our population, our poor people are more than that. Over 90-something% of Nigerians do not have up to $500,000 naira in their pockets. $500,000 is about $950 in their account. Anyway, now all of us did it. Then you ask yourself, we have a president who promised us that he was going to,
government, no one will go to bed hungry.
But they are hungry.
Angry with the government.
Did you hear that? No one will go to bed hungry and angry with the government. Please tell me in the comment section. Are you happy with the government? Maybe Adamuzo and Kagani ko. I know somebody I dey happy with the government. I know somebody, because if he didn't vote, after he don't vote, he dey happening. Now only somebody. This one
is doing like this. It's doing like this. It's blinking.
So that one, it'll go like this. It'll go like this. But one person is very happening. One person. You know the person they talk to me? This person, if I bring him, I go, if I see him, if I look at me, I go know the person they talk to me. Now only one person are they happening. One person. If they telling me one person is happening, so watching you is happiness. You and me, I never happiness. Are they telling me? Inshallah, it never happiness.
Our economic is doing like this. It's doing.
The man, I take economy where he don't get malaria. When Buhari came, our economy had malaria, only malaria. But now economy had malaria, typhoid, leg cancer, head cancer, mouth cancer, all the cancerables are but only one person is happy.
All right. Have you voted?
I'm voted, yeah.
Okay, so
I'm happiness, I'm voted, yeah.
tell me your feeling after voting today.
Yeah, after voting, I'm feeling okay. What I want, I get it on the result. I'm getting the party I want is the one going on. Thank you for that.
What are you expecting from these people you voted?
I'm voted, they can do what you want, and then when they want, what they want, inshallah, we'll happiness more, isn't it? So then please, I won't beg them. We suffer almost 10 hours we are standing because of what we want. We need change. And then the person we need, he's the one on the party we want, isn't it? So please, we want change.
Change? What kind of change?
The change of situation which we are now.
What is the situation you are in?
Situation of sufferness. Isn't it? Yeah, we are suffer. How many years? As you see, 12 years forward. I mean, almost 40-something years. I don't know what is government did for me. It's come out of this like this radio. I don't know. I don't know. Actually, yeah. I have to complaining. I'm in Nigeria, really. Almost 40-something, I don't know what is government. So I need change. And the person I know is going to change this thing by force, whether the leader they want or not. Any person which is bad, he must escape in this country, or he be hidden like how they are hiding a poor people inside prison, which you don't have a court attendant. Inshallah, we need Buhari to change this country.
Inshallah, we need Buhari. I send you this country. Now, imagine that the way the man spoke. I do not blame him. Many of us, when we didn't know, because of the way, if you were old enough to be when he did about government, I remember that time that people, there was some semblance of orderliness, that people could go to the petrol stations without really messing the way, Nigerians do. Not now that everybody's basically crazy. Everybody moves with escorts. Just, you see somebody, a known thief that's supposed to be in prison will be using siren, wing one, and everybody just see somebody. He buys Hilux, he buys the other one, he just lines them up, and he says he's convoy. Everybody's gone nuts. Sometimes, pardon me, but I sometimes wonder why are we like this? Now, imagine the clip you just watched. Imagine in his happiness more. Imagine that in all days, Buhari never governed Nigeria as a president. Do you think that that man in his senses would ever think that Nigeria has done something great? He would die probably thinking that Buhari, hey, had we given Buhari power, if he don't give him power, that's like what he said. They will be hidden under the bed, like the way they hided common criminals in the court. We were thinking they were going to do something in the petroleum sector when they told us they would build one refinery a year. We didn't know they were all lies. One refinery a year. By now, we should have 7 refineries. Okay? Common modular refinery, build. 7 years gone. 70 years, people. 7-1 gone. Somebody says my volume is low. Ifanya, I don't know if my volume is low. I think you need a new telephone. I go kill myself with all these gadget, amplifiers here. My volume is still low. Make I tumble up and down. Anyway, so when you listen to this man, you see, who would have, assuming the day he dies, you will see people eulogizing him. Somebody will go and take a Guardian newspaper or Vanguard, front page. All you will hear, the best president Nigeria never had. Now we have you. Now we have you. 7 years, or 7 years yet. Anyway, some of you, let me not engage in the argument in the comment section that he's not going to retire in in Kaduna, but I am willing to bet you 1,000 naira that he's going to retire in Kaduna. If you know, you know. But that's by the way. So what am I saying? Buhari made these promises to us, that no one was going to go to bed hungry, that no one would be unhappy with his government. I say, what changed? Did he lie to us, or did he come and the problem overwhelmed him that he could not do anything? But if the problem overwhelmed him, he should tell us. There is a way you can mobilize the people. Like what is happening in Anambra State. People, citizens are beginning to say they are willing to contribute money because they left us, according to Chalemwa Mbafo, they left us with less than 400 million. But they left us with a debt of over 109 billion. Compare and contrast. Having said that, people, Buhari told us the following in 2015.
Under an APC government, no one will go to bed hungry. Angry with the government or with the fear of insurgents or nocturnal visitors. We shall secure the government for the people and fix it. And verily, we shall deliver on every of our promises. We will fight it, and we fought Boko Haram. And
now, we will fight it. We fought Boko Haram. He started giving us how they fought Matasini. You know Matasini 83 in old Gongola, when part of them sacked from southern Cameroon, from Cameroon. How they fought them. Matasini had no gun. They had bows and arrows. And let us clap for you, General. You used machine gun and fought people with bows and arrows. We should have told us that you were only aware of how to fight in First World War. When you do chaka, if you do chaka, you go get your gunpowder and knock them. Before they knock and finish, the person don't come near. You fought Boko Haram. All right, clap for yourself now. The one where they come.
We will fight against the Chadian troops. Again, we fought Boko Haram. And we will fight against the Chadian troops that incurred into our land and Maitasine. All these things and many more, we saw them off from our land and bring security.
Now, all these things, you saw them off our land and bring security. Oga, 7 years now, Nigerians has given you this mantle to say, I am the president. Or are you not aware that you are the president? Are you not aware? And you made these promises, nobody forced you. Maybe only the red cap was forced on you, maybe. Let me look the red cap again. So I don't think I will be wearing the long ones again.
So that is the promise of APC. Security and efficient running of government.
How? Efficient running of government. We have seen how efficiently our petroleum industry has been run. Now, the other week, 2 weeks ago, Tony Elumelu came out, told the world, and I don't know why nobody is talking about it, told the world, we are losing to bunkering, to theft. The amount of oil we are losing is more than what we have. I think we only about 30% or thereabouts that we take. So the other ones, we are losing them. And who is the petroleum minister? Tell me, who is the minister of petroleum in Nigeria? Who those same people, the same scammers who told you they will build one refinery in their own words, not me, written in paper.
APC will attack head-on its security and the economy. My next appeal, we undertake to end impunity. of the ruling People's Democratic Party is the PDP, a party that has proved clueless in every material particular.
Now, the party that has proven clueless, who is now clueless? I think maybe Nigerians will now go back to Elder Olubebe and apologize to him. Because Elder Olubebe was warning all of us. But, you know, the thinking of fairness. Oh, yeah, we thought Jega was anything to be jaggered with. Eh? People thought Jega was anything to be jaggered with. Let me bring us, you know one thing, why we must be tormenting these people? Anybody in government is. No names are being called. Content is very clean. The only thing is, those things you've said before, we will bring it back to you. Before I even bring Olubebe, we can actually go to Kaduna. We can go to Kaduna and bring El-Rufai. Let's see. What's happening to El-Rufai? Okay, let's, you know, I will bring El-Rufai later. You now begin to ask yourself, if, you know, when people are contesting for office, yes, sometimes you can make promises that you do not know how it will end. Given, granted, but at least update people and
happening. Jonathan is doing nothing. Well done, Jonathan. Are we supposed to do that? We are not.
Okay, no. This is another mannequin. If this man now, if you never made him governor and you listen to this verbacious garbage, is now pouring, you would probably think that this man you're watching would have transformed Kaduna into heaven. But under him, terrorists are everywhere. In fact, terrorists are now, they can actually go and sweep the road. And listen to him, what he said then, when he was not on seat.
Say that, oh, terrorism is happening. Jonathan is doing nothing. Well done, Jonathan. Are we supposed to do that? We are in opposition. Our job is to look at even good things that they are doing and say they are not doing it well. That is the job of opposition. So we have no apologies for pointing out to Nigerians that this government is incompetent and has failed to provide security. If you say we are politicizing it, fix the problem so that we can't politicize it. Okay? Are we politicizing breathing of air? Every Nigerian can breathe air. We can't politicize it because there is no problem there. But if you fail to supply petroleum products and we say you are failing, you say we are politicizing it. Fix the problem so that we don't politicize it. If you say that there is terrorism, we are politicizing it, eliminate terrorism. 5 years ago, nobody is talking about terrorism.
5 years ago, nobody is talking about terrorism. Now, would you ever believe that such a man who just spoke now is in charge? And we are talking about terrorism because the thing is graduating. Recall, in the same thing, there was a time primary schools closed in the whole of Kaduna because it wasn't safe. They will go to primary school, kidnap our children. They will go to secondary school, kidnap the children. They will go to tertiary institutions, kidnap them. If there is nobody to be kidnapped, they try to go into the airport. If people think, okay, because we have naval officers and armed men, they will now go to rail station. If before you shout rail station, bagam, they will go to the road and see who they kidnap. I say, please, Bini people, make una they fly for afternoon. That is the only way we can be flying now. That, you know what I mean. That is the only, you know that when you can land, it doesn't matter. I'm only afraid of testing it because if I test it and as it goes at night and I land at the high tension, it will be trouble. But if we can be rest assured that you can begin to travel in the day, so that when we travel in the day, we can get to our destination, avoiding headsmen and Boko Haram and all these ungun men. It will be nice. But on a serious note, you begin to think, what manner of government is this? Olubebe warned us. Elder Olubebe, come, tell us.
Yeah. Mr. Chairman, from yesterday to now, we have been observing with some pains the manner you have been handling some of the issues. Mr. Chairman, APC protested to you and you sent a delegation to Rivers State to see what is happening there. PDP wrote a protest to you yesterday, day before yesterday, and the other day. You refused to take the protest. You sent a text message to my colleague who is here with me, telling him that you are not going to take any protest from PDP. Mr. Chairman, here with me, I have a result that is already printed by the APC.
In 2015, and they're showing them the result they are yet to announce. Already printed. Now, maybe why I am playing this, maybe a lot of things may begin to make sense to us. Already printed. And when he was saying this thing, some people were calling him names. Listen to him again.
Here with me, I have a result that is already printed by the APC. Presidential results. Already printed and scored for itself by the APC. Mr. Chairman, we are beginning to see that you are very, very selective. You are getting very, very partial. Mr. Chairman, we have lost confidence in what you are doing. We have lost confidence in what you are doing. If we can send a protest to you and you cannot take that protest, then why are we here? Because the essence of we sending any protest to you is to enable you to look at the matter and see whether it has merits or demerits. But when they brought their own, you went all out to send a delegation to Port Harcourt. We have complained about Kano, we have complained about Katsina, we have complained about Kaduna, we have complained about Jigawa. You have not done anything. Mr. Chairman, we are not going to take that.
You know, the states he mentioned, one funny thing, the states he mentioned, majority of those states he mentioned, they have humongous numbers, yet virtually pay no taxes. They have humongous numbers. Yet, when you look at the discourse, the electricity consumptions, then you ask yourself, maybe, if at all, a big if at all, that beavers will work, that we will begin to transmit electronically. Maybe we'll begin, Nigerians will be shocked that you might suddenly see places that, you know, have humongous number, everything will begin to shrink. Somewhat, it's not because I'm in the technology industry, but somewhat I'm a believer that part of our madness will be cured by the use of technology. Because we cannot, every other person, every other people wouldn't be moving forward and we're only stuck in reverse gear. I mean, that's absolutely insane.
We have lost confidence in you because you are partial. You are selective, Mr. Chairman. We don't believe in you anymore. We don't believe in you anymore. And we cannot go on the way you are going. Because already you have compromised. You have compromised. You have compromised. And we are not going to take it from you, Mr. Chairman. We will not take it from you. Until something is done to our letters, we will not continue with you. Until you do something to our protest the way you did to the APC, we will not continue with you. That is our stand. We will not. Until you do something the way you did to APC, we will not continue with you. And no, don't come and take this mic from me. Don't.
Now, and you see at this point he was saying, we will not. We will not. I believe he was giving signal for some people to probably join him. But again, everybody failed him. And here we are. Nobody joined him. Nobody talked. We all sat down, looking at, calling him Olubebe. Waiting happen. Waiting happen. But now, 7 years later, we are watching it, and it appears that we are in reverse gear. We are in reverse gear 7 years later.
Do it. Look at it. Look, the press should look at it.
Yours is an
This is already printed. This is already printed.
Can you address?
We cannot take it.
Can you address?
You are tribalistic. You are selective. You are tribalistic. You are selective. You are partial. You are partial. You have been doing it. We will not take it from you. Until something is done, we will not allow you to continue with the process.
Thank you.
We will not. We will not allow it. We will not allow it. We cannot allow it. Nigeria will not allow this thing. Nigeria will not allow this.
Thank you, sir.
Every protest must be taken seriously. We will not allow it. We will not allow it. Look at the result that is already printed by Jega and APC. Look at it. The press should take it. This is already printed by Jega and APC. We will not take it. Look at it. Nigerians should hear this. This was done yesterday. This was done yesterday. And Jega had to say that we will not take it. We will not take it. We will not take it.
Thank you very much, sir.
No, please. No, please. No, please. No, please. No, please. This is the way Jega understands. We went to him, he didn't take it. No, please. No. Until something is done. Until something is done. Until something is done. We went to Jega quietly, he didn't take it. We went to him quietly because he has compromised. He refused to take it. Yesterday, Jega had to send his people to return our protest to us. Jega had to return our protest. Please leave me. Please don't come near me. If you need peace in this country, don't come near me. Jega is tribalistic. Jega is partial. We will not take it. We will not take it.
Your point is noted, sir. Thank you very much.
Let them check Kano results. Let them check Kano results.
Now, you heard it, right? When he was saying these things, we never knew that those elected into the offices, in the Senate, in the National Assembly, would be running away from their homes, north, south, east, and west. These people there, they never knew that even one of them, Smarter Deyemi, one of them, he was even crying, begging them. Oh, as of this time, airport has not been attacked. Trains have not been bombed. Neither were the roads all taken
nation. We must look for foreign support to save this nation. This is my position, Mr. President. We must rise to it. They are killing people in the east, in the west, in the south, in the north. We should shut down the National Assembly. Let's shut down. If we cannot save this country, we stay in our homes. Our country is bleeding. People are in poverty. There's no food. People are hungry. Insecurity is threatening us. We cannot pretend. It's better we are not here than to not see that here people are dying every day.
Somebody said he's part of the APC and he's crying. Which language was that? It was a crocodile tear. I haven't seen crocodile cry before, but I know when crocodiles smile, what it does. You know, when they send it to us, they say the crocodile will go and smile, and that the python will go and dance. And you know what python does when it dances. So that is the sad reality. Here, a member of the House of Assembly or National House of Assembly is there in the House of in the red chambers, in the House of Senate. He's there crying, Smarter Deyemi. When we were being told that we are going to remove, that APC was going to move us from top to bottom, we didn't know. We didn't know. We didn't know that top to bottom. We didn't
APC from top to bottom. Top to bottom. Top to bottom. Thank you very much indeed.
Now, do you understand it? Do you understand? Do you now, after 7 years, understand the meaning of top to bottom?
You get it? Okay. If you don't get it, forget about it.
You get it now? From top to bottom. Think it was a joke?
APC from top to bottom. Top to bottom. Top to bottom. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. We never knew we are at the top. And we were being told that time, we will from top we'll go bottom. Kai. Maybe we should have been more spiritually open-minded. We should have been seeing things spiritually without knowing that things we are probably not going to. Or maybe we should have taken some, taken some of the things, my brother, the short, fair, plain mantis like prophet, not a pastor. But
I have so many power. Le baduse play lamante. I have a bit of shaker. I have never touched those ones. I have the boost kabaj. Yes, I have ganduka gandusa. Mbeg Iwalonius.
No, he has so many powers. Maybe we should have gone to him quietly and beat that road or that one and ask him, Odumeja, can you give us some of those ones? Not the one that will, the ones to know who is good. Not the ones that when you give us, our country will change from Australia to Australia.
Nigeria. This is your dream.
Amen.
I saw you want to enter Australia.
Australia, yes, sir.
Australia.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Oh, Bodom. You want to enter Australia?
Yes, sir.
Australia is an Australia. They are the same. Ta. Sonyata. Sonyata. Australia and Australia, all of you. All area. All area. Australia and Australia.
Now I know something. Odumeje is also a prophet. Ostalaria. Ostala. Area. You get the point? Nigeria as well. Nigeria. You see? No wonder. No wonder everybody's looking for visa because it's about area. Because there is area in everything. So we got to, But on a serious note, if you think that these things, some of you might be watching now thinking, oh, why are you hitting the government? But for Christ's sake, if government is elected and the government is not able to, do the things that they are elected for me, they should bagger off. What are they doing there? They should bagger off. Who needs them? They should bagger off. Oh. This one, okay. They should bagger off. A country where they will tell you, oh, that there is a possibility that your president that you could actually elect someone who is Boko Haramite. How could we have not seen this coming? Well, recall that every single person, with the exception of the South, every single region in Nigeria, we are blaming the Igbos. You put all your eggs in one basket. We do, yeah. Now, you see the thing? You see the thing with traders? They know the difference between Taiwan and fake. They know the difference between Chinese and Japanese. What they see sitting afar, your guy, if you climb Euroko 3, no go see him. They saw the man when he came with what's it called again? Chuba Kadibo. They said, nah. Chuba we know. Oyi of Oyi, a man I so much respect. But he said, nah. Quite unlike them. When Abiola came, of course, they embraced Abiola. Eventually, when Yaradua came, for Christ's sake, they embraced Yaradua. But the man came with Umez, okay? Nah. He came with Pastor Tunde Bakari. Nah. He came with Professor Yomi Osibanjo. Nah. Do you now understand why? That thing you call hatred is deep political thinking. There is something that holds this union together. You do not need to destroy it. you know, like small picking. I want touch fire. I want touch fire. Your papa they say no touch him. He go burn you. He go burn you. No. He don't burn you. Now, what has happened? Everybody's crying. They promise you, oh, we are not going to. Nobody is going to go to bed hungry. Are you not going to bed hungry? We're going to protect you. Nobody, no terrorists again. Today, are the terrorists sleeping? Before we had robbers. Now we have armed robbers plus ungunned men. You see how we are graduating? How we are graduating? 2023 will come again. Oh, everybody our sense will jam because of ethnic bigotry. Ethnic bigotry. We'll go and bring people who have not managed anything. How can it be that Nigerians, your brain are so are we so daft that you went in and brought somebody who maybe he has a condom wearing cows? How many years? 150 cows. Another 4 years, 150 cows. Another 8 years, 150 cows. You know they die. You know they give birth. You know they produce milk. You know they do anything. Haba. Is it making sense now? Is it making sense? 7 years. Oh, PDP, thief. Not that PDP did better anyway. Not that PDP did better. Good luck, Jonathan. I mean, was several times advised. He could have probably done away with Olubebe, with Jega, but he didn't. Not that PDP. I think some people are wanting to buy this ticket. So people are saying, where can they buy this Benin Air ticket? Please, my country people, where they there. Business don't land. We are now flying only the day. We know they fly night, only daytime. The tickets they have now is only for night. But me, I'm waiting for a new batch to come so that we can start flying there. Cow. Somebody said the cows are. DSS just took a screenshot with your name. They will jump your fence again. See? Granted, before General Muhammad Buhari, there was, under Yaradua, Yusuf, the founder of Boko Haram was killed in mysterious circumstances, which was an injustice. Yes, he's a terrorist, but the moment you catch him alive, you don't just waste him. But Nigeria, because they have something in their head, you killed him, the whole thing escalated. Yaradua handed over to Jonathan. Yes, Jonathan, many people thought because he was a lecturer, he was gentle, he spoke gentle, he was more calculated, probably more strategic, thinking, okay, I have seen the problem. The problem is that we have not only stopping this bombing now, but we need to stop it in the future. And how do you stop it? By enlightening the mind, getting children to go to school, because the children we abuse today will take their toes on us. And if he understood that and he was thinking, okay, how do I do this? Okay, can I begin now to unpick 10, 15 years ahead of time? While we are dealing with now, let's build more schools, over 150 schools. Let's build more schools, build more schools, so that we begin to unpick these things. Listen. Even if you go to the southeast today, as I speak to you now, those ungunned men, those people who engage in this level of criminality are normally those the society has left behind. Which goes, in my case of the southeast, goes contrary to the concept that drove M.I. Okpara's, that are used as a benchmark of governance, and the spirit of Onyaga and Wannia, which means leave no one behind. Because the Nigerian system, north, east, west, south, has left the less privileged behind, the price is what we are paying now. It's not a matter of, sometimes some of us just say, make some allusion that gets me cracked up. You say, oh, the only solution is just divide Nigeria. No, okay. If you divide it, what? You need to still work on the issues. Because the issue is not only in the north, the issue is not only in the east, the issue is not only in the west, neither is the issue not only in the south. No, the issues are everywhere. Thieves can be localized. I hear people say, oh yeah, he stole money, he stole Abuja's money. He doesn't. Well, when James Ibori stole Delta State's money, he came back. What did you do? You gave him a hero's welcome. When the former governor of Abia State, Ojuzo Carlo, was convicted for stealing 7.6 billion naira of Abia State money on technicalities, he came out of prison. What did you do? You went to Owerri in the time of COVID. So Agbada Ashebi brought Boys Brigade Band, brought traditional dancers, and welcomed someone that stole from you. And you want to blame the federal government. When Ibori's case was being tried, the state said Delta money, no the loss. But eventually they were able to. That was why the argument of, Delta wasn't going to get the money. And they had to go to court. Suddenly, money they lost. You see where the problem is. So the problem is so compounded that it's not only in one region, it's not only in one place. When we always just point one place, we also understand that we are also part of the problem ourselves. We, especially within the states and local government. You watching me now, let's just do this. Tell me the name of your local government chairman. Just type in the name. Be truthful. Mark this paper yourself. We have, across the platforms, we have over 200 people watching across the platform. Now tell me, who amongst you now know the name of their local government chairman, talk less of their councillor? Yet, these are men that get millions, if not billions, every month for your benefit, but you care less. All you see them do is to buy gigantic cars, 50 million, 60 million. How many of them? Put them on a convoy, run your mother, an old woman, coming back from the farm with her basket, with no government help. A small boy of yesterday will just, hey mama, come out there. Koboko. A police officer, enforcer of the law, sitting in a car where the driver of the person, the politician, is already breaking the law by running red light, and the police is in the car, running the red light with him without arresting anybody. Is it not in this country that Akpabio had an accident in Abuja for breaking the law, running red light? What did he do? He flew to London to go treat himself. The one that crashed with him, nobody cared to find out. Was the man dead? How was the man treated? Shouldn't Akpabio have been fined? In the United Kingdom, a sitting MP got jailed because he had a traffic offense of, I think, 35 pounds or thereabout. And you know the way they do, they wrote him a letter, say, confirm you are the one, because this car is registered to you, confirm you're the one driving this car at this point in time. He said, no, it wasn't him. While he wasn't, the partner in Nigeria, we say the wife, took that ticket, because if he had gotten it the second time, it probably would have led to him losing his license. But hear this. In doing that, many years passed. he split eventually, they divorced. And when they divorced, in anger, now, old things. So the wife now, or the partner now, eventually said, out of anger, that so time he took this thing for him. Both of them were punished. At the point of punishment, the man himself is now a cabinet minister. But it didn't stop anybody from punishing him. How do you want a functional society if we are not ready to make some amendments individually and collectively? Yes, the government has failed. There is no other way to define failure, because every single thing you've said in your manifesto is nowhere to be found. So there is no other way. If you're looking for dictionary definition of failure, just look no further. Understudy this government. That is what it is. Failure in terms of the promises made. Failure in terms of promises made, because that's what it is. There is no sugarcoating, honestly. And you ask them yourself, if that be the case, we are in deep mess. Because those that ought to, do the needful are not doing it. Those that ought to do the needful are not doing it. It worries me sometimes. It worries me. Even our Nigerian soldier, a Nigerian soldier is running on the street crying that his men abandoned him. No. A Nigerian soldier. That's how worse is God. No, because sometimes I pity them. One is that these guys are understaffed. And look at him. To a point of a military officer making a video saying, all my colleagues have abandoned me. I am the only person here. I bet you that he was doing that in case, at least, like an SOS. Let somebody know that before he died.
I've suffered a lot. I'm trying to save my life. I'm only the one in the bush. The remaining soldiers have run, leave me. God help me. God protect my life.
See, God help me. God protect my life. That all the remaining soldiers, meaning all his colleagues, they have all abandoned him. Nigeria is in trouble. No wonder Wike, yes, Wike, was asked
as president.
No wonder he was asked by Sean why he wants to become Nigeria's problem. He's saying it now, not that in 2023, all of you, our Mumu, will now begin to think without putting one-on-one. He is basically giving you expo in advance. He said the reason why he wants to contest in 2023 is to become Nigerians' problem, because we are in problem. Yeah.
Why do you want to become Nigeria's president? I want to become Nigeria's problem because, one, we're in problem.
Did you hear that? I want to become Nigeria's problem because we're in problem.
Why do you want to become Nigeria's president? I want to become Nigeria's problem because, one, we're in problem. And I want to offer myself to the people of this country to solving such problems.
Well, I don't know. Okay, you're already a problem and you want to solve problem. Does problem solve problem? Does negative bring positive? You get it? You get it? Now, so I want to now. Now, so I warned you in 2014. I warned you in 2015. I said I would lead a protest in 2015 if Jonathan does not, because me, the only thing that made me change my mind was the Constitutional Conference report, 826 pages. After I read that document, I said, well, for a start, is a good place to be. But the man. So, problem. You do the math. You know, some of you, I don't know, it's a mathematical equation. But you know that mathematically, problem can solve problem, isn't it? Well, sometimes if problem doesn't solve problem. I mean, even if in his own words, he says, if something is not here, it's not there. I mean,
if you don't know what to do with your head, you don't know what to do with your head. If you didn't dare, you didn't dare.
See, if you didn't dare, you didn't dare. But don't tell me what didn't dare. I don't know what didn't dare. Who will go ask? We will ask the person that will blow grammar. If after blowing grammar, and so what? What happens? What happens?
Before I go on, let me postulate from the Franz Fanonian dictum, which stipulates that the dialectics of reconciling two conflicting ideas is the algebra of revolution. The overbearing intervention of the state government had further exacerbated oporombium.
Is exacerbation of oporombium sounds like the euphoristic nature of innuendo agreement of Ofembono. You get it? Because that's what it is. Nigeria is failing. Buhari, Oga, whether DSS they listen or not, or my perception or Oga, you know, Bia. I do not understand why your own people, your state, if to say you know be president, you can't even walk in your state, walk alone. Can't just go to the street, walk alone without any army, DSS, SSS, WVS, or whatever. You can't. The boys will tell you, Kai, I'm going hungry, if beat me, if angry, if beat me, I will beat him. You know, if go for C3. You know, if go for C3. But before he be president, he tell us, Akwe Sanu, one pipiti cow, I get them. But the one pipiti cow, you know, they go for the other room, you know, they die, you know, they reduce, you know, they do nothing. For 4 years, you go there, one pipiti cow, for 8 years, you go there, one pipiti cow. Kai, Mutani Nigeria Basaw. Mutani, waiting they talk, you never make me sense in it. Why do you want to become Nigeria's president? Say, I want to be the problem. So that I know many of us think it's funny, but for me, it says a lot. Because when we were being told about bottom, we didn't understand. Now, we are understanding what it means to be from top to bottom. We're understanding it. We are understanding what it means to be from top to bottom. So everyone, like I said, my issue here will be across board. In my state of Anambra, my vivacious and eloquent governor, in the person of Professor Chukwuma Charles Soludo, was recently asked, how much did your predecessor leave for you? The eloquent professor began to stutter, and he began to say, now, a man who is very, very eloquent, when they asked him the one way passer, he said the following.
Happens. And
what did you meet
the
on
question
ground?
is about what we met the state. Well, what we met on ground, actually, there is a what I can only tell you is as follows.
You see, well, that's what I'm saying. So the wrath is not only in the north. Oh, that sounds so poetic. The wrath is not only in the north. The wrath is not only in the north, the south also. See? But the wrath is not only in the north. Even in the south, the governor just left last month, 2 weeks ago. And I read somewhere where they said he was running to go for medical appointment. I said, these people was running to go for medical appointment, but that you must leave the same day you handed over. Anyway, Soludo then asked, okay, how much did they leave for you?
First is that in terms of finances, there is an audited account, which is public document. Okay? It's public document. Anybody can access that. The audited account of Anambra State as at 31st December 2021. That's already published. It's public document. Anybody can access it. You can get it. You see our assets, liabilities, and so on. And then, of course, as at the last date, what you now have to do is between the audited account as at the end of the year and as at the day of handover, you know, if there were further liabilities and all of that. But in terms of...
Okay. Okay, sorry, I'm laughing. It was a very simple question. Now, for how many minutes? Almost 1 minute 20. Only simple question. Tell us how much. In your usual way, you're a prof, you know how to cut time. Suddenly you begin to, oh God, go dear, go dear.
The audited account, certified and published already. Yeah. Everybody knows that the state finances are not quite robust.
You see, when you want to hide something from people, what I'm doing here is to translate it. You know, here in the street, translate it for you. When they say the state account is not robust, a lie. What it means is transnanania pictum.
Before I go on, let me postulate from the Franz Fanonian dictum.
See, that is the Franz Fanonian dictum. What it means, account, is not robust. It means, wahala deo. So Anambra people, as I dey tell una, me, make we begin contribute money. Listen to your governor again. Wahala did. He saw no money, but because, granted, Obiano was a good man to him, and to Indian Anambra for bringing him. But having said that, he's not robust.
Yeah. Everybody knows that the state finances are not quite robust.
See, he's not quite robust. That means the state is plighted. That's what the Germans will call it, plighted. The state is insolvent.
To put it mildly.
See, to put it mildly, do we actually pay attention to words? These things are heavy. I am warning us now, just like when we talked during the last time, you say, you didn't vote Buhari, you hate him. I say, yeah, I hate him. Some of you, where they do like Isindi Simbaka, hey, you hate Fulani. I say, hate which Fulani? When we voted Shagari, who is he? When we voted Yaradua, who was he? But this one, you say, we know bad market when we see one. But now, all of you, America wonder, like Bugbonishe, that time when we go play football, we come back, you enjoy yourself. Now, Bugbonishe, they go catch you. Take for that stove, you know those green stove, we go put knife, put them on top, take red oil, put them, you go, they go just bring you, hold you, put them for your leg for tetanus not to enter you. Now, so we want to do now, make they put them for your ear, so that we go to get sense, small, so that we will know what these words mean. They told us from top to bottom. You thought it was a joke. You laughed about it. Over to you. They are now telling you why would you want to be president? You say you want to be problem. You think it's a joke. All of you go to shout. Now the man is telling us that the state's economy is in a dire and in a precarious state. Listen to him.
Everybody knows that the state finances are not quite robust.
Grammar, the state finances is not robust means there is nothing in the state finances. So I'm translating it now. We can translate English with English.
To put it mildly.
To put it mildly means, in fact, there is fire on the mountain. And that fire now, petrol tanker now fell. Another one fell the other side. So 2 petrol tankers now kiss themselves. And the whole thing now, that's what he just said.
The debt is probably in a range of 100 and something.
See, the debt is over 100 and something. Now, a Soludo that has his onion and nose figures suddenly will begin to do something with figures. Listen.
Billion in terms of debt. And then...
suddenly he can't even speak up. At the beginning of the interview, he was so eloquent, but he can't speak up now.
Cash, in terms of what I saw. At the end of it, few hundred million.
Few hundred million. Go back again to what I said before. The state is in a very dire situation. Now, the game starts. He tells you he's like 100 million. But Prof is an economist. He knows what figures mean. 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, 400 million is not the same. If you give me 7% of the 400 million, quite shaky now, I go half it. But it's not the same. So if he tries to make it be nothing, I said to him, no, Prof, we aren't idiots. We aren't stupid. I'm calling you out on here because you're saying this.
So that's what the state has. I mean, that's the base. But we're still going to have the reconciliations and have all the accounts from January to the date that we take over. And we put out, and I think it's best practice, actually. When you ask this question, we intend to have a very transparent public finance management where we're going to publish everything. Everybody will know what is there, what is not there, what penny comes in, what it is used for. And that is our aspiration. That's part of our promise in our manifesto, to have a very transparent public finance management. And part of it, like I said, is the audited account, which is a public document. You can look into that. And everybody can get a copy of that and see that. The debt, the liability, the asset thing, and so on, and the cash that we met. I think, if I remember correctly, the cash, the various banks, 200-300 million.
200-300 million. Recall he said 100 million at the beginning. You see, 100, 2, 300 million. Prof, which one?
Yeah, 300 or 400 million.
You see where I have issues here, Prof. With respect, Prof, 100 million, 200 million, 300 million, 400 million. What we ask of you, and I believe and I have the confidence you will deliver, is to tell us how much actually you math. Let it be. I mean, you do your job, allow the analysis to be done by us. The one that I am waiting for you to release is I want to know how much the Anambra International Airport took from the state purse. I will stop at that. I'm interested. I'm an interested party.
Naira, and then the audited account as at December put the debt at about 109 or thereabout billion. That's what I saw. So, but we'll take from there. For me, that's baseline. When we do the other contingent liabilities, contractor debts, and the other bits, we'll pull up all those. It's not what happened. For us, is to draw the line and then move on. That's it. That's the baseline. That's where we met, as it were. And we'll get on to now see where.
Anyway, whatever you think, you're seeing my face for the first time. Why don't you just pause for a moment, like this video, share. It doesn't hurt. It doesn't, we don't charge you to share. Share, like. Come on. Click the like button. Look, how many people? Come on, you people are too stingy. Only 16 people. Come on. Come on. The like button, click the like button, click the like button, click, smash it, smash it, smash it, smash it, smash it. I'm waiting, just go. Anyway, that's, the reason is this platform is for everybody. We talk about South, we talk about East, we talk about West, we talk about North. So we started with the North, here we are in the East. And let me move in the West and conclude with that. And that brings me to the other conversation that I mentioned at the beginning regarding Adeyinka grandson. Adeyinka grandson, as many of you will know, was jailed yesterday. Adeyinka grandson, hold on, let me see. He was jailed yesterday by London court. And many have said, it's a sad development, but question is, as much as it has happened, what are lessons to be learned from it? What are the lessons to be learned from him being jailed? These are things that some of us on this platform may not like. But it means a cause for caution, the way and manner you push information to the public. You might, in your emotional moment of outburst, begin to say stuff that will hurt others. I only say, please call for self-refrain. There is a thin line between what could land you in jail and what could actually get you out of trouble. It doesn't hurt. Like I said at the beginning, you can always make your you can always pass your message across without necessarily being overtly, vivacious. I read some comments sometimes. You say, "Oh, yeah, Maz, you're being politically correct." Yeah, say it, do. Okay, go and say it now. When they jump your fence, your eye will clear. But the same message, without mincing words, without diluting it with facts, I present it here. But why would I? When some people call for someone to be killed, someone to be beheaded, someone to be done this, someone to be done the other one, it goes outside the realm of free speech. And that is sadly why Adeyinka grandson was jailed. Because on so many times on YouTube, he has come out. Many people said that time he was being sponsored by Bola Ahmed Tinubu because he was saying that Bola Ahmed Tinubu is the only real Yoruba person, blah, 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 that the Igbos are taking over their land buying their properties, that they should be, what's it called? All packed away, sort of. Which means if it was in the UK, it means the Oba that said some people should be thrown in the lagoon probably would have landed in trouble. You see? Therefore, especially if you are in the diaspora, and you are supporting the mindless criminality happening at home, be careful. I won't say this again. If you are in the diaspora and you're supporting the mindless criminality happening in your homeland, be careful. You cannot be in the diaspora causing problem at home and people lose their lives on a daily basis. For what? What is your gain? The same country, people, the United Arab Emirates, has done some investigation, found out there are people who are in Dubai sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria, handed them, got them, some of them, jailed, put them in prison, get the others now saying these are their names, the counterparts. They do this deal in Nigeria. Now, we do not have jurisdiction in Nigeria. Finish it. Till today. Manego calls somebody Malamumu or whatever. But today, nothing. Nothing has happened up to today. Oh, yes, they are going to court. They are going to court. They are going to court. And so what? Court, no, they finish. What does it mean? I repeat and I end with that. And I hope that the moment Adeyinka eventually comes out, that maybe he would have learned into one or two things. Let us mind the way. And some of you, sometimes, you come online and some of the comments you make, because you think you have fake names on YouTube and on Facebook. You think it just, bear in mind, your computer, your phones are showing your IPs. We can make a world a better place by not creating more violence. There is enough violence. There is enough. Enough, actually more than enough. So why help in creating more? Because you argued with somebody, you're not getting what you want to create violence, you want to burn everywhere down. Come on. That. Count me out. Count me out. No matter what happens, here we are. Now, this is a time to take some of your comments and take some of your calls if you wish to. I think some of you had called before, but at that time I'm not taking calls. The line is now open. You may now call and speak and contribute. Again, what do you think? What do you think? Do you think that if the president never became president, by now or anytime he leaves this wonderful Mother Earth, that people would have been saying, "How had we handed this man over Nigeria to govern? By now, all of us would have been driving Bentley. By now, all of us, there is no need to use gas cylinder. You turn your gas is running. By now, every one of us, all our houses, no noise. Every roof would have been made of solar. By now, NNPC would have been making billions, yet NNPC cannot even make 1 naira. They are paying people. They pay people to do what? Just go to work and stay. Not a single oil do they refine. Not a single oil. But we keep paying. We keep paying. So, couple of callers that called before. One from America. You may, if you want, you may wish to call back. Let's take some of your calls and let me take some of your questions. If you have anything to ask me. Like I said before, I am under the weather. I think, I don't know. I'm under the weather. Maybe Hamatan and the heat is not a good combination. So let me take your. I believe Soludo will do well from the Anambra. Me too, no doubt. Not even one. Anyway, let's say 99%. I'm starting. Unlike most governors, we do start calling out names, saying Obiano didn't leave any dime, but yet he's trying not to negative towards Obiano. Well, I mean, honestly, it's I do not. Oh, okay, sorry. I have my. I didn't know. Yeah, hello. Chida, are you aware I'm online, right? You want to talk? Okay, no. I want to confirm. Sorry, I deserve ticket. No. Okay, sorry. I'm available now, but because of insecurity in Nigeria, we are trying to find another means, and there is a means provided by our people in Benin to travel now. But the danger is that it's only night, and you don't know where you're landing. Wire can hold you somewhere.
Even though you land on top of wire, even though there is a mast there for you to climb up. Oh my God. Yes, so I said let me call, and I'm so happy, so very, very happy. Because Adeyinka grandson got a jail term today.
Why are you happy?
Why am I happy? You see, we are living in a time when our people have become so gullible, and it is very disturbing to me. The people that are deceiving our people, they know what they are doing. They are doing it for selfish reasons. These are people you know very well. And when you even interact with them privately, just to confirm that what they are doing is selfish, they still come to the public and keep doing what they are doing. When Adeyinka's grandson was opening his mouth and running his mouth like he had a running stomach, I did so much. Approached him behind, one-on-one. You know me very well. I said, okay, you know what? Let's just leave everything and let's talk man to man. This guy was just running his mouth anyhow, even abusing me that was talking to him on a personal note. There's nothing he didn't say. Was bragging to me right over my private chat with him back and forth. And now this is where he ended. And he still has other cases, so he has other things going on in his private life. Even for domestic violence. So all this thing you're doing, sometimes when you see people in public, you think it's an worker. It comes, we have to go back. And the reason why I'm happy is this. I remember when under African Action Congress, Omoyele Sowore was running for presidency. And there was this guy called Lion and Tiger. He said he is the lion and tiger. He would devour. He would. We were telling Shure how you need to talk. Shure would say, chill, they relax. Remember today, people like this, they always implode on themselves. Where is the lion and tiger today? When this guy is doing his live shows, that he will have 3,000 people watching. If I'm just chill, you go and sit down, look at your channel now. The same thing is happening with IPOB. And before I used to be diplomatic about it, but you look at what Simon Ekpa is doing right now, it's really, really crawling under my skin. And people say, oh, Chidi, you're jealous, you have only 10 people, 12 people. It's a matter of time. And I don't know why people are gullible.
I thought, no, hold on. I hate to discuss people, but now you brought, hold on. Now you brought in Simon Ekpa. I thought he's your friend.
He's my friend, exactly. And I've talked to him in the private. Exactly. What did I tell you now? That I talked to Adekunle grandson.
I did talk to, of course, I talk to, like you do, I do talk to them as well. I do send messages.
Okay, look, I don't, it's not pride though. I'm not a small boy in this game. You're not a small boy. We're not, I don't want to say hack, it's not, I'm not, I don't pass the stage where I don't gossip. I know the stuff for talk's sake. This thing means more than just, I'm not a blogger. Are you a blogger? We're activists that have blog. I'm not like I come out and just blogging. No. We are doing this, we are inside this thing, and it's not a joke. So when people are just doing things just for clout, and people are dying, you think it's a joke?
No, I think you made a valid point. Let Adeyinka grandson, especially if you live in the Western world. You know, let me tell you one thing, Chidi. I think some of them have told you in private. Sometimes there are voice notes or videos. I hear people, you know, boast. Well, we will do this, you know, on Facebook or maybe on Twitter. We will do this, we'll make this, and we'll kill this. I'm like, oh, wow. That alone is enough to put the person 10 years behind bars. Where have the senses gone? I think one of the things that landed Adeyinka into trouble is when he was talking about calling young Yorubas, blah blah blah, to attack the Igbo. I mean, that is actually, you know, genocide. You know, you're calling for genocide. It is a crime. The same way somebody says, if you see any police officer killing, it is the same crime. It is the same crime. Is it that we don't know or what?
You see, you have to understand there are because of we are in a war, whether it is physical, whether it's a virtual war. We know we're in a war, and in a war, a lot of times mistakes are made. But you see, even when you make the mistakes and you're making efforts to even backtrack on some of the things you have said, because we've said some things that are culpable, or what do they call it? We know very well. So even as you're making effort to backtrack, you cannot continue to do certain things. That was the problem with Adeyinka grandson. That even after you've said this, and I warn you, people are warning you, trying to, you continued. You just continued.
Honestly, it's sad that the trajectory he took, because at some point, there are some, I must say, no one is all around evil. There are some areas that if you had probably stayed on that track, on the historical context of some of these things, you know, you can give context, you can tell a story. You're achieving the same thing, but it is for the wise to know where you're coming from. You're telling the story in the perspective that you understood it. If someone is telling a story of Lagos State, like many of my brothers, I've actually, when I hear someone say Lagos is a no man's land, I'm like, are you normal? How can you look at somebody's, you know, an ancient people that have lived in certain places, and you open up your mouth and say the person is a no man's land, is it crazy? How would you feel if somebody comes to your village? Say, no man's land. How would you feel?
No, so to that, Mazes, okay, what happens is, you see, Nigeria has become a place where we are the cause of our problem. It's where old men have chosen to behave like children. That's why we have the problems we have in Nigeria. Look, Lagos, people know the truth, and Lagos was the capital of Nigeria. At that time, it became a no man's land because everybody had to go to the capital. If that wasn't the capital, everybody was. But at the point when Lagos was no longer the capital, every other thing was already in Lagos. The headquarters of everybody was already in Lagos. The businesses were established. So, the way Lagos should now treat the people who are already in Lagos, it's not like telling them, oh, everybody go back to your, if you're saying go back to your home, then let us remove
No. But again, we should.
I'm coming now. I'm coming. That is on the side. That is on the side of the Lagosian. You should apply some. There should be some grace in the way you say things. And then the person who already found themselves in Lagos, established and all of that, has to realize that Lagos is no longer the capital of Nigeria. It is a state. And some people own it. That is in agreement with what you're saying. But we tend to pretend or to say that we forget. And this is what brings about the problem. The place that is now no man's land is supposed to be no man's land is Abuja, but you know Abuja is not even no man's land now. There are people who own Abuja, unless you're deceiving yourself.
Maybe in the next 50 years, it might become no man's land.
Abuja, well, okay. We shall see.
Anyway, I think the lessons here is what I am emphasizing, that it doesn't hurt. People, you said it, and many of, without mentioning names, you will know people now when they come online. You might see them with various, but I don't know. I think the generation where we are now, there is this magnetic, magnet that draws people to where nonsense is being said. The nonsense in my own world, though. Do you understand? Because if it's people probably enjoy.
Are you telling me now that you don't know what to say, and you will have 10,000 people on your platform? I know what to say now. I know, even though I know it is not. I will tell you now that listen. What will happen next week? There is a secret that we have discovered right now, and that secret shows that by tomorrow, we will begin to destroy. They have already, as I'm talking to you, people, and it's not true. It's not true. How are you going to? If you could do it now, you could have done, and there are some things that you could have been doing. Let me see. We have to start calling names. When you look at the situation that we are in Biafra land right now, it's not a situation where you can just say things just for saying sake. Yes, you must give people hope. But look, there are people whose lives depend on this. There are people who, the way they see this struggle, that is it. And they do it with so much passion.
Yeah, but because they've been lied to.
But see, I have already told you that we are in a worse situation. You know me too. We are in a worse situation. And in a worse situation, when you look at so many sides, there are things that are said and done at a particular time, and they serve their purpose at that time. Now, intelligence and wisdom is where, as you progress, you keep changing your strategy, you keep adopting. There are things that you keep doing to be able to fight the war that you're fighting. But when you get to a certain point and you begin to do things that when you do it and say it, you see lots of people dying, blood being spilled everywhere. Okay, for instance, let us take even the issue of sit at home. You come and say, okay, sit at home initially, and everybody does it, and it becomes the one item that shakes the whole government to their bones, okay? And now, after a while, you now begin to see that people are using this sit at home to perpetrate all kinds of evil. There are so many wannabes. There are so many people who are imitations.
There is Chid. I'll leave you with this quote. That somebody made a quote recently that every known criminal in our vicinity is now a freedom fighter.
Of course, now you remember that one that was around the filling station doing video? Now that person, he doesn't even understand how to use social media. You are within an environment that people can locate. Even me looking at it, I can locate it. You are telling me that we are leaving this filling station now, and you enter there, you steal the things from the shop. We see that you stole it, you carry water, everything. The typical, just a thief that you are. Then we show you. You say you're Biafra freedom fighter. We are now going to move. Somebody was asking in Igbo. You're even planning how you're going to snatch car from people. Then you move. You're just a fool. Because minutes later we see where they surround you and they finish you off.
Anyway, my brother, thank you. Thank you for calling in. It's always good to have a chat with you. But again, before I let you go, we can no longer travel by air. Air Peace has cancelled their flight to Kaduna, and there is no train. The track is blown off. People going on the road, they pray with a chaplet. That's why I brought my own chaplet, because it is a combined. It is I do combination because I want to go on that road. but there is a better way. People are suggesting that Benin Air is the best.
I have the program tomorrow.
Okay.
Let me tell you what I'm going to be discussing. There is a system. There is a new system that we brought out. Now that system, but it's only people who turn to that program. Then I will teach them. I will teach them how, if they follow that system, then you will see.
Okay, don't worry. Let them tune in tomorrow to.
It's a lie. My brother is a lie. I'm just trying to tell you that people are saying. You see that now? If I do that kind of thing, people will come, and then I'll have 1,000 people. And
yeah, of course.
Nah, Nico, thanks for having me.
Anyway, thank you very much. Thank you.
Okay, well,
thank you.
Yeah.
Onye Nimo. I think some of you have been calling Onye Nimo, you can. Okay, I had some couple of missed calls. You can call back again. Nimo, I think I'm liking this idea. Please like, share, and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, in fact, if you're watching me now and you haven't subscribed and you've been watching without any form of subscription, today is April. Don't allow me to pray for you with this, because if I pray for you now and you're watching me and you're not subscribing, I want you to be blessed. I want you to be blessed. I want you to be blessed. So I have another caller on the line. Hello.
Hello, Mazi.
Yeah, good evening. You're live with Mazi. Okay, this is Njenje Media TV. Who am I speaking to?
Yes, how are you, sir?
Who am I speaking to, sir?
Chima from Texas.
Okay, Chima.
Chima from Texas.
Okay. Go ahead, Chima.
Yeah, how are you?
I'm all right, and you? Go ahead.
I enjoy your program. I sent you a WhatsApp message last time. Actually, what I wanted to talk about is what is happening in Igbo land. We're all, excited about Professor Soludo. And it would be a good thing if we can have more of people like him across the
How would you get more people like him if people will go and celebrate a man that stole their own money, the man that raped them without any form of protection? So how are you going to get? They're going to fall from heaven?
Well, at least when we brainstorm, like I saw, I think it was on DVI, somebody was mentioning for past match for Enugu State. And also, I heard, I think I read that in other states, they were trying to scheme out
Abaribe, yes, based on zoning.
Well, the zoning, remember in Imo State, which is my state, although area have been ruling Imo State since Achiku, with the exception of maybe one town or Ikedo has been. Both Achiku and what is it now?
But are they doing well?
Well, they are not.
Exactly.
So what I'm saying is that
maybe they could have done better if they had stuck to zoning.
Well, exactly. But what I'm saying is this idea of zoning is the way of perpetrating the same criminality that is going on in other states. If they follow the same track, it means they're going to bring in another stooge that will continue along the same line that has has followed. So what I'm saying is, if they will have to skin him out from PDP, maybe he may decide to go over to APGA. Because somehow we have to get people with level head to really try to piece together our area, because it is really an abomination. Still young people being wasted. Nothing.
It hurts, honestly. It hurts because when you look at them, for instance, in as much as I understand the high-handedness of the Nigerian, the Nigerian security forces, but when I hear some of our youths argue that, oh, just take them out entirely, that's why we burn this, we destroy it, so we don't want them at all. I'm like, come on. You can control their excesses, but taking them out entirely, the anarchy that will ensue, you can't control. So, I mean, it's... Anyway, go ahead.
What I'm saying is, when you see some of the... For instance, when you listen to the past, the man who supposedly claims he holds a PhD, you would expect that this person will know better.
But he's building a flyover now.
He's building a flyover for how many years?
His mate in Ebonyi that doesn't receive 60% of what he receives has built 17. Building an international airport to be completed very soon. Before the end of the year.
If this man is responsible, a reasonable person will know that about being a commercial center, people land. If he were to really organize that, get this straightened out, have all these petty traders, have them lined up. You can imagine the amount of revenue that state will generate.
Sure.
Just commercial activities in Naba. He built one road. Before the road could be finished, the whole thing has just, torn apart. And he's from the area. It goes along for the control. The whole place is a nice.
Building China Road in your village. Anyway, thank you very much, my brother. Thank you. Your point is well noted that the Igbo needs to replicate more of Soludos across the great Igbo nation. Thank you very much once more, Chima Urania, for your call.
One final point. Even if it means the entire Igbo South, even if they have to go under APGA, but as long as we have responsible, God caring human beings, at least taking the future of all these young kids that are being wasted, and doing something to at least alleviate their pain. It hurts me to look at this young lady that was killed along in that
Chinelo.
If you look at just a pretty young lady, we just lost her.
Anyway,
I wanted to chime in. Thank you for your program is superb, and
thank you.
We're glad to have you.
Thank you very much. Thank you for calling in. So you've had him. Onyanimo, you can call in. I'm about to round up now. I might take one or two calls. So whoever calls first gets into the studio. Whoever calls first gets in here. Again, you guys in London. Yeah, hello. Who am I speaking to? Good evening. You're speaking to Mazes, okay. Yeah, hello. Who am I speaking to?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you. Good evening.
Yeah, my name is Kix. Calling from Northampton.
Okay. You're calling from Northampton. That's good.
Yeah.
Did you have snow? Did you have snow yesterday?
Yeah, we did.
How about today?
Today some areas had, but not all areas.
Oh, okay. So you're good. Go ahead. What's your contribution, sir?
Once again, I want to use this opportunity to, encourage you in what you're doing.
Thank you. Go ahead. Make your point.
It's a sad thing that people don't want to give peace a chance. In the southeast. I've been following you for quite a while now, and I can see that you are one of the people that put in every effort, to make sure that the southeast is in order. And again, that I had the parents when none of them were weapon. It's very unfortunate in what happened in Anambra State. And one of the things I'm thinking is if Soludo should, take away force for now.
Take away what? But he hasn't. But he hasn't applied any force, has he?
I get what you mean, right? The people we are dealing with don't understand the way you do. So because of that.
No, sorry. You're getting me confused. Can you rephrase that again? I mean, you said he shouldn't apply force. Then I said to you, I am not aware that he has used force.
No, I don't mean that he has used force.
Okay.
Yeah, but the way the people he's dealing with, we understand that it will look like he has said something out of place. That's what I exactly mean. Not that he has done anything
untoward. Okay. Yeah.
So I'm thinking if he goes it this way, call meeting of stakeholders, the people that are rules the town, the pages, have a discussion with them. Because
hold on. Do you think he's not been engaging?
I don't know, but
okay, I'll tell you. No, I'm not. Listen, I'm not his spokesperson, but I think maybe because we do, at least we have staff there. We have staff there. Maybe we do need to know. He engaged the market people, which I found such town hall meetings good. You engage people, the market people, the park. Do you understand? He has done that. I think that was he did that last week. I would want him to do more, but again, he's only a human being. He can't be everywhere.
Yeah, because I believe with such approach, he will have a good result.
Okay.
Because these people they're not spirits. They live among us. If we talk to each other, I think all these things. I used to I don't argue with them, but I used to speak with some of them. I told them it's pure emotion, nothing.
Anyway,
nothing. It's pure emotion.
Let's leave it at that. I said thank you very much for calling. Thank you very much. Stay blessed in the United Kingdom. Thank you. Ray, someone. So let's call someone who has been calling us for the last couple of minutes, at least for courtesy. If he's unlucky, if he doesn't pick, then the boat will pass him by. Sorry, you didn't pick. So let's go. Okay, if I understand what the last caller was saying, obviously, there is a lot to be done. And if we come back to Anambra State, today they started declaring of Oboko. Work has started in Oboko. I think if you go to njejemedia.com, it was published. Houses will be knocked down. there are houses that were built on water channels. My problem and my fear is that when these houses will be knocked down, that people will begin to, say, is this the reason why we voted you in? Is this you have you come to punish us? Because obviously people will lose their houses. But like I said the first time I met this, I said, in order to get things right, if my house is on a water channel, I am willing to let the house go. However, I also beckoned on the government that while you want to, revamp this area, but please also be very careful and be ready to, give, even if these properties were shanties, be ready to compensate some people as well. Compensate them if need be. So having said that, people, I think that in the next couple of weeks, I envisage more trouble for Anambra. I envisage more trouble. And this trouble, sorry, I see more, I think I'm tired now. I see more trouble coming from Anambra. Why? In my calculation, I might be wrong, and I pray that I am wrong. That the sudden takeaway of revenue collection from the hands of warlords, from hands of people who have grown big and grown wings and, living large on the expense of the revenue they generate from Anambra, suddenly it's been taken away from them. And the next couple of months, weeks, I think that they might be trying to derail the government. Two, I also see, and it concerns me, that according to the report which was published, that over 200 houses has been marked for either removal, partial removal, or demolition. 200 houses. And we'll talk about houses. If it's this bungalow, you have face me and face you. Those places, in a house, you see 16 rooms. Normally is 8 or 10. Let's say 18 or 15 rooms. Father and child, average of 4 children. Some have 6, 7, 8. So average of 4 children, that is 12. 12 times 16 times 200. That is to have in that vicinity an average of, to have a mental picture. So I think one of the things the government must do is also to find, make sure there is, even if it's a shelter for the people to move, for work to go. One thing that I would never support is for anybody, because some shanties will be knocked down, then we will stop. And there is no way you can never progress. If you've ever been to China or Singapore, you know where they came from. And you see how at some point people got to lose their properties. If we need to make progress, we cannot be doing the same thing over and over and over, expecting different results. It doesn't work that way. It does not work that way. Okay? So people, again, Ray, I'm calling you back again. If you do not pick this time, then we'll let you go. Yeah, hello, who am I speaking to?
Hello, how do you do? Evening.
Yeah, I'm all right. Who am I speaking to?
Let me not say my name, but I have a quick comment in regards to Soludo.
So you have a quick comment. So you have become unknown gun caller.
I'll text you my details straight after the call, then you know why I'm not giving my name. But
okay,
it's a very valid comment.
Okay, go ahead, sir.
I think you're promoting him too much. Let's give him some time, please.
No, sure.
Yeah. You're promoting him too much. This guy, he has his credentials are intact. We all know that he's beyond normal. But I think you're promoting him too much. He may fail. So we should all be prepared for it in case he fails.
No, why would he?
No. He's coming in. He's still assessing. He's still assessing.
I think. Sorry, my brother. I think I would. Are you still there? Oh, okay. I've lost you. But it's fine. You made your point. But I think I would disagree with you. Where I'm disagreeing with you is in terms of what we do is to deal with fact. I don't need to sell him. I'm not selling him, but I'm just basically intending with what he's doing. I can show what he's, analyze some of the things he does. Hello, who am I speaking to? You're speaking to Mazes, okay.
Oh, this is Ugonna from New Jersey.
Okay, Ugonna, you're welcome. Go ahead. What's your comment, sir?
Yeah, continue.
Oh dear. Okay, the caller. I might be talking now. Even the person, Soludo might even call in to explain. Maybe next time we'll bring him in. Tell him to come and explain to us what some of these things he's doing. I think that's one of the things I might actually do. But I was hoping to leave him, not to speak to him. Yeah, hello. Go ahead. Go ahead and make your point, sir. You're on now. I might actually leave him. I was thinking of not inviting him or speaking to him, at least after about 1 year, to say, hello, good evening, sir. Go ahead and make your point, sir.
So being that we're abroad and we can see from outside looking in, it's kind of comical at times, talking about politics and who was elected and who wasn't. It's gotten to a point that we all have to think about a new direction, which is talk about Biafra, a whole new thing, a whole new system, because nothing works there. It has to be a new system where we could change things around, because the current system has been around for a very long time and hasn't yielded any fruits at all. It's time we start looking at different things, and there's many things that's happening that's about to come down there. So when we talk about this governor, this thing, they're all the same thing. They're all bought. Most of them may have good things and good intentions to do for their state, but they can't, because those that are above them and their godfathers and all that stuff would prevent them from doing it. So we all need to start thinking of a new way and stop, this circus of going round and round and round about a new election, new governor, this person's going to do this. All that game is over with. Me, myself, I was at Owerri Airport when the Owerri Airport caught on fire. I'm in total chaos, and I'm trained with, emergency stuff. And I had to help try and direct people that's like, where you have a system that is in total chaos. No one knew what to do. Only one fire engine was working in Owerri Airport. And it took a while before they got it started up.
You're even lucky one worked.
Yeah. So it's like we need to start looking past this and start looking at a new nation. I'm sorry. Nigeria is done and it's dead. That's just my thought.
Okay. Thank you very much. I mean, that's why it's a free platform for believers, non-believers, anyone, for people want the nation to be broken. People want the nation to be restructured for everyone, even if you want it. My idea is slightly different, but it's a convergence of ideas where we need to convince one another. But one thing, irrespective of where one stands, one thing is very clear: the Nigerian system as it currently stands doesn't work. It hasn't worked. So something must happen. That's, I believe, every one of us agrees on that. Thank you very much for your call. Thank you.
All right, take care.
Continue good work.
Yeah. So everyone, thank you everyone for joining me. It has been a very interesting time to be with you. Wow. Couldn't believe we're here now, 2 hours going. But nonetheless, I will tell you this evening, everybody, I am happiness more. I am happiness more. And I will say thank you very much for being part of this. Please subscribe to this platform. Like, share this video. Like, share, and subscribe. If you have subscribed, that's fine. If you haven't, but Google Analytics, or rather the YouTube Analytics, tells me that over 70% of those of you who keep on watching this program hasn't subscribed. I'm like, I will start calling your names because I know you by your names. Even those of you who are not making comments, I will start calling you your names. You know, when I call your names and call your address, that time you'll be shocked. You'll be surprised that I actually know you and I know you very well. So this is the last person that I'm going to be speaking to this night. The last person to have this conversation with this night, I believe, is going to be. It appears whenever I do these late programs, many of you in the United States of America would be the ones to join me. Hello, who am I speaking to? Where are you calling from?
Speaking with Obiano Mende from California.
Obiano?
Yes.
Obiano, the governor that wanted to escape, or another one?
instead of no, law, Obiano.
Okay, Obiano. Okay.
Not Obiano.
Okay.
I'm not a part of that crap. Count me out. Obiano.
Okay, Obiano, go ahead.
Los Angeles. Okay. Your program has been very entertaining. Very excellent. But, yes, I say your program has been very entertaining.
Yes, go ahead. I can hear you.
I always be listening to what people say and how you respond. And that's very great. I wish you could give more time to listen to people from where they're coming from. And that will be more entertaining. Next time, if you have time, I'll narrate to you about our neighbors, the Fulanese. I grew up with them at Omuaya. I knew what they did to my mother. They're good swindlers. They're very good swindlers. So next time, I'll call to narrate my story.
Okay. It's a deal.
Okay. Yeah.
It's a free, is a free platform anchored on is a free platform anchored on objectivity, and I like to hear people's experiences, as long as and as far as these are facts as they come. I love it. Honestly, I love it. What we wouldn't and what I wouldn't entertain here is, unnecessary propaganda. But if these, experiences, I love it. I once had a conversation on this platform. I think that was with Chetanwanza. And it was sad reading some comments when people were saying he was lying on certain issues, someone narrating his own experience. So, it's your mom's and it's yours, so we'll be all ears.
Yes, man, it's out of experience. I live with them. They are chiefs in those days at Amausa Mwaya. So I know them very well. I know how their mouths smell. And in Nigeria, with our politicians, I'm sorry, some of them are just, I don't know how to describe them. Everything they do. They are not representing us. They are representing their pocket.
Sure.
They are not.
Sure.
And they are afraid to confront the Fulanese. They are afraid. We are not slaves to Fulanese in Nigeria. They are just the latecomers. We came before them. But how is it that they...
Did we come actually?
I mean?
Did we, you say we came before them. I said, did we come or weren't we?
Okay, we were in Nigeria before them.
No, of course. No, we are the original inhabitants of, we inhabited the place we were. So did we fall from?
Okay,
we didn't move.
That's true. Yeah, what you're saying is true.
Okay. Anyway, since your proposition is to narrate your story on a different day, on a different program, I would oblige you that, and I will say thank you very much for calling. And with that, I'll say good night, everyone.
When will you expect me to call again?
I do my Friday hangouts every Friday. If you wish, if you join in next Friday, if you come in early, we can have that conversation we have all the time.
Early as soon as
7 o'clock Nigerian time.
7 o'clock Nigerian time.
Yes.
7
p.m.
7 p.m.
7 p.m. Nigerian time. You wanted to talk about 7 a.m. 7 on Saturday. If you wake me up by 7 a.m. on Saturday, wallahi, I'll come to your house and go after you.
Well, if you can make it to California, I'll entertain you.
California. People will take me to casino and take my little change, my naira.
I'll make sure you don't spend.
Don't worry. I will be, like I said, I will be in Texas very soon. Hopefully by next month. So
by next month.
Yeah, hopefully. So hopefully I will see how it goes.
Make sure you stop by also in Los Angeles.
Normally crisscrossing Los Angeles, LA. It's
LA.
I think it could have been much easier for me to come to LA if when I normally come to San Fran, it's
San
easier.
Francisco.
Yeah, it's easier to even ride it.
Just alert me beforehand.
Yeah.
So I make some provisions.
Do you have palm wine?
Well, no, not necessarily so. Since you're not going to live here, just cross-passing the place.
No, it's fine. No, you should have palm wine. Anywhere I go, I see somebody. Sotubo Olubebe says if I can come to Baltimore, Maryland. I mean that's my fourth home actually. BYW or BWI. No, BYI. Sorry, what am I saying?
Bring your own.
Yeah. It's fine. Thank you very much. Some of you across the Atlantic, I will surprise you very soon. And those of you in Germany, expect me around summer. I like to come when it's summer. BYI. That is it. Thank you. So thank you very much for your call.
Thank you. Next week.
Okay. So, Sotubo, I would let you guys know when I would come to that side, but I will. Maybe actually what I will do is I'll stop over either in Baltimore or in Dallas for a couple of days before I continue. Yeah, that would be another way of doing it. Spend the weekend with you guys in Dallas, but I'll see how it goes. I'll see how it goes. I need to move around. I start decreasing in size if I don't move around enough. I need to start flying. My frequent flyers are, some of them now. I need to start, utilizing them again. I mean, those points you get them so many, you get to start using them. It's good to travel. So on that note, everyone, I say thank you very much for being part of this program. It's been always a pleasure to speak to all of us and for us to speak to one another. Again, as the mantra on this platform is and remains, it is always better to judge war than to war. I will keep begging us. whoever has any hand in the destruction of the motherland, I go down on my knees and I say, we must rebuild and not to destroy. And I say this to us in love, because there is no part of this world that I love so much the way I love my homeland. On that note, I will say thank you very much, everyone, for being part of this. See you tomorrow. We're going to have street parliament. Again, once more. Bye.